It's official. The Toronto Maple Leafs continue to shine financially in the NHL. To the delight of fans, the franchise has been ranked as the most valuable team in the National Hockey League (NHL) for the fourth year in a row. According to Sportico's 2024 franchise valuation rankings, the Maple Leafs' value has surged to an impressive $3.66 billion, a remarkable increase from $2.65 billion in 2023. This represents a 38% rise in just 1 year. The Leafs have dominated this ranking since Sportico began publishing it in 2021. This constant appreciation is a testament to the team's immense appeal, boasting a passionate fan base and a rich hockey legacy. As a fan, what do you think this valuation means for the team's future? Could this translate into bigger signings and a real shot at the Stanley Cup? Share your thoughts in the comments. Corporate structure changes and their impact. One reason for this increased valuation was Rogers' recent acquisition in September, buying 37.5% of Bell's stake in Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment (MLSE) for $4.7 billion. MLSE owns the Maple Leafs and other key franchises like the NBA's Toronto Raptors and MLS's Toronto FC, along with the AHL's Toronto Marlies and G League's Raptors 905. With such a robust portfolio, MLSE clearly has even more growth potential. How do you see this movement within MLSE? Do you think this acquisition will bring new opportunities and improvements to the Maple Leafs? Let's discuss the impact a strengthened corporate structure could have on the team's performance. The top of the NHL rankings. Alongside the Maple Leafs, this year's ranking also highlighted other big names in the NHL. The New York Rangers hold second place with a value of $3.25 billion, followed by the iconic Montreal Canadiens at $2.93 billion. The Boston Bruins and Los Angeles Kings complete the top five, valued at $2.67 billion and $2.5 billion, respectively. Notably, the Chicago Blackhawks, previously in the top five, slipped to sixth place with $2.45 billion. And what about other Canadian teams? The Edmonton Oilers, recent Stanley Cup finalists, rose to seventh place, valued at $2.4 billion. Meanwhile, the Vancouver Canucks and Calgary Flames sit in 13th and 18th positions, valued at $1.73 billion and $1.58 billion, respectively. This raises a question. How does this impact Canadian team rivalries? Could this value disparity influence on-ice performance? What do you think? Challenges for other Canadian franchises. Meanwhile, the Ottawa Senators dropped to 29th, valued at $1.4 billion, and the Winnipeg Jets fell to 31st at $1.1 billion. These prices reflect not only team performance, but also the importance of fan engagement. How do you see the future of these franchises? Is there hope for a turnaround for the Senators and the Jets, or will they need more time? Finally, to close this panorama, the Columbus Blue Jackets were identified as the NHL's least valuable franchise, valued at just $1.06 billion. What do you think the team needs to do to increase its value and, consequently, its competitiveness in the league? Toronto Maple Leafs in trade mode. The Maple Leafs are gearing up for a busy trade season, especially with the trade deadline approaching quickly. Recently, a proposal caught fans' attention. The idea of acquiring veteran defenseman Matt Dumba, currently playing for the Dallas Stars. But what would a possible trade like this mean for the team and its fans? The interactive roster management platform Puckpedia was a stage for a suggested trade involving Dumba coming to Toronto. With players like Timothy Liljegren and Nick Robertson potentially on their way out, this proposal sounds genuinely intriguing. So, is now the right time to strengthen the Maple Leafs defense? What could Toronto gain from a trade? If the trade goes through, the Toronto Maple Leafs would have a chance to add an experienced defenseman to their playstyle. Dumba, who signed a 2-year contract worth $7.5 million with Dallas, could bring much-needed physicality and offensive quality that many fans feel the current defense lacks. For those who have followed Dumba's career, he's been a solid player with 83 goals and 165 assists in 679 NHL games. But would he fit into the Leafs strategy? What are your thoughts on this? Share your opinions in the comments. On the other hand, the Dallas Stars would be looking for young talent to strengthen their roster long-term, and including Liljegren and Robertson might be a step in that direction. Liljegren, a skilled defenseman, and Robertson, a promising forward, still have much to offer and might find the motivation they need in a new environment. The question remains, Would this trade make sense for both sides? What's your take on the future of these players in the NHL? Challenges and opportunities for the Maple Leafs. There's still much to discuss regarding Liljegren and Robertson's performance. Both were high draft picks, expected to become key pieces for the Leafs. However, their recent struggles to maintain consistency have sparked discussions among fans and analysts. Luke Fox from Sportsnet highlighted these concerns, noting that Liljegren has been a scratch in 9 of the last 10 games. This raises an important question for fans. What needs to change for these players to reach their known potential? Share your thoughts in the comments. Dumba could be a vital addition to the Maple Leafs defense, especially considering the team's recent frustrations. Fans who have followed the team may wonder if these strategic moves are enough to take Toronto to the next level. When connecting Dumba with Toronto's greatness, many likely recall how the team has struggled in recent playoffs. Could he be the missing piece to break this pattern? The Maple Leafs' interest in Dumba. Toronto's interest in Dumba isn't new. Since rumors circulated during the last trade deadline, the Maple Leafs have shown curiosity about the defenseman. What does this imply for future acquisitions? Will other names appear on the management's wish list? And what do you expect to happen in the coming days? What adjustments are necessary to make the Maple Leafs truly competitive in the championship race? As the trade deadline approaches, the excitement and anticipation are growing. Fans have seen plenty of proposals and speculation, but the real thrill lies in the discussions and analyses about what could happen. Opinions range from a burning desire to see Dumba wearing a Leafs jersey to concerns about the impact trades might have on the roster. We invite you to join the conversation. What do you think is more important? Acquiring a veteran defenseman or developing the young talent already on the team? With the trade market constantly shifting, one thing is certain. The Maple Leafs journey promises to be thrilling. What do you think the future holds for the team? As the Toronto Maple Leafs remain at the top of the NHL financial valuations, it's clear that a passionate fan base and an expanding organizational structure can open many doors for the future. The significant increase in their value isn't just a reflection of on-ice success, but also the franchise's ability to adapt and grow off the ice. The possibility of acquiring an experienced defenseman like Matt Dumba raises interesting questions about the direction the team wants to take. Could this move be the key to finally winning that long-awaited Stanley Cup? Challenges faced by players like Timothy Liljegren and Nick Robertson are also a hot topic among fans. How do you see these young talents developing in such a competitive league? We want to hear your thoughts. What do you think the Maple Leafs should prioritize right now? What does this valuation mean to you as a fan? Don't forget to leave your comment below and share your ideas with the community. If you enjoyed this content, subscribe to our channel and activate notifications to stay updated on the Maple Leafs. Thank you, and see you next time, Leafs Nation.